What do we want it? No. What do we want? Contract. Where do we want it? Now. What do we want? Contract. Now. What do we want? Contract. Where do we want it? Now. What do we want? Contract. Where do we want it?
Now. My name's Anand Singh. I'm the president of Unite Here Local 2.
So what's going on here, Anand?
So the workers at the Bohemian Club, about 100 workers in total, have been without a contract for many years. We've been in intense contract negotiations for the last 8 or 9 months, and those negotiations have gone nowhere. The Bohemian Club is a playground for the 1%. They have current and former members, including George H.W. Bush, Ronald Reagan, Richard Nixon, Donald Rumsfeld, the Koch brothers. They can certainly afford to do a lot better for their employees, but that's kind of the attitude they've taken at the table.
And living in San Francisco, for your members who work in this club, what are the problems of trying to survive in San Francisco?
Well, by our calculation, if we look at the compensation of the average employee at the Bohemian Club, you have to work 1.3 full-time jobs at this club under the current compensation structure just to pay the rent in San Francisco. So obviously this is not a sustainable job. This is not a job that you can live on. This is not a job that you can raise a family on. It creates tremendous pressure on working people in this city in an already disparate environment, and we need to change that.
And the workers here, you've been trying to negotiate. What are the arguments that management is using about why they can't afford what you're asking for?
Well, management started to put some money on the table when they saw that workers were organizing and mobilizing for a strike. It's not nearly enough, but they are trying to put money on the table. That being said, money is not going to buy their way out of this. This campaign is about money, but it's also about respect. It's about power of workers in the workplace, and the fact that management here does not allow the workers meaningful access to their union rep.
What does that mean?
Well, it means that when workers are on their breaks and they're in the employee cafeteria, they can't actually talk to a union rep. Management prohibits the union rep from accessing workers in any way to have.
In other words, even when they're not working, they're still not able to talk to a union rep?
That's correct, yeah.
Is that illegal?
It's not illegal, but it's, look, what legal and illegal doesn't matter to these guys. They think they're above the law. They're used to having things their way. They're used to not being told, what's right or what's wrong. They're used to getting their way in life. And being called out on it is something that does not make them very happy.
How many workers are we talking about here?
It's about 100 workers in total.
And many of them have worked a long time at this facility?
Many of them have worked for decades, some going back to the late 70s, many 20-year employees, so a lot of long-time employees, yes.
And your union represents other workers, hotel workers, their contracts are coming up. San Mateo, what's facing the hotel restaurant workers in San Francisco and the Bay Area?
So this year, hotel contracts for all of our hotel members expire.
How many workers is that?
That's about 9,000 workers in San Francisco and San Mateo counties. So this is going to be an important year for us. We expect this will be a particularly contentious negotiation.
Why is that? They're making big profits here, aren't they?
Well, that's exactly the reason. I mean, look, the hotel industry is tremendously profitable, probably the most profitable they've ever been in history. On top of that, they just received a huge, give back from Donald Trump. Probably the largest single windfall in terms of money that was sent to the federal government by taxpayers going into the hands of the precious few wealthy. And so they feel like the wind's at their backs. They feel like their cronies are in Washington protecting them and their interests. And I think that will translate to what we see at the bargaining table on their side.
So this might be the beginning of many battles on the streets here in San Francisco.
I would not be surprised, yeah.
And what can people do who want to support their workers out here?
So right now, this picket line only lasts until the end of today. This is a 2-day limited duration strike. We're going back to work effective 5 a.m. tomorrow. We're going to continue bargaining with management. We hope this reassesses their position at the table. But if it doesn't, and I suspect that knowing these guys, they're going to need a little bit more nudging. We're going to have more public actions. We would really appreciate folks coming out and helping us take the fight to the Bohemians.
And your website?
The website is bohoexposed.net. That's
Absolutely. My name is Cody, last name Afshar, and I've worked at the Bohemian Club for 27 years.
Well, that's a lifetime.
Absolutely. It's more than my half of life work here, and as a busser and server. We work here. We are in the process of the expired contract for
How long?
2010.
So 2010, the contract expired. It's now 2018.
8 years. And basically, we are, for past 16 years, we got only one-time raise. On 2010, for 6 months, the contract when they signed, only $2 raise and 50 cents back pay.
And some of the people you're serving here have some money.
Absolutely, they have a lot of money, but we
Billionaires.
billionaire, not a millionaire, billionaire.
So here surviving for a service worker, a club worker. I mean, how do club workers in this club survive?
Oh my God, we all have a two job, to work, to live, you know. Most of us, 2 job, 3 job, we work in 7 days a week all over. And also the front desk, they work in for 33 years. They pay them $14.50 per hour.
And, a living wage. It seems like that really is not a living wage.
Not at all, not at all. We are trying to survive, barely to make it. When I was work at the Bohemian Club, I paid $1.40 baht to come, $1.40 to go back home. And parking was free. Now I pay $3 parking, over $10 baht, plus the gas burn to come to the parking lot at the BART station. Almost $20 a day I'm spending to come to work.
And the stress level for workers here, having to work all these extra jobs to survive.
Absolutely,
The
absolutely.
effect on families.
Yes, you're always under stress. You have to work like as a 2-3 person's job. One guy has to do it.
Are you mistreated in the club? I mean, as far as the union rights on the club, what are the conditions?
Well, the club is, and they are the members is nice members, really. But this situation is going on with under the management.
Do they know 8 years you've been without a contract?
Absolutely, they know it. They know it, but they don't want to. They want to. We have to work as a free.
Free labor.
Absolutely, that's right.
I mean, the problem in San Francisco trying to survive workers just coming into San Francisco, it's getting very difficult.
It is. It's very difficult for everybody come from across the bay, It's to work in the city to get a little higher to live, In the city you cannot live for the rent is so high, and also cost of living, it's way high.
So, I mean, what do they say? 8 years without a contract, without a wage increase. That's a wage cut. Isn't that wage cuts over 8 years?
Yes, they are not come forward. We approach them to push them to come to sit on the table to negotiate to get the contract. We are way far behind from the next door. They pay much better than next Olympic Club than the Bohemian Club.
So they're not even in line with the rest of the other clubs.
Absolutely.
What do they say? I mean, why can't they pay the same as the Olympic Club?
They're trying to cheat. They're trying to not to pay as much as possible, Get the employee unfair, and even the union access not allowed. We want to get the union access to the Bohemian Club.
They say why you're not allowed to have union access.
Because the union, if you wants to come, you have to call them, and they give you on the seafloor has a little room to be there. All the workers on the second floor, nobody know what's going on, where the union rep to come to see him.
So are you getting support from other workers here, other local 2 members?
Absolutely. All brothers and sisters here, they are coming to supporting us. We are really for 2 days of strike to see what happens tomorrow.
Are you pretty strong out here? Is there a lot of solidarity?
Oh, absolutely. We are very strong. Unionized,
Contract. Where do we want it? Now. What do we want? Contract. Where do we want it? Now.
Yeah, we're here for the rights for all the employers. We're here. Everybody, we are here fighting for the benefits, good health, and and the salary too has to be fair for everybody.
How long have you worked?
This is my 4th season here, working here. Yeah.
So you also work at Hilton?
Yeah, that is my part-time.
You have to work a part-time job even though you're working here. You have to work 2 jobs.
Yeah.
That's not very good.
Yeah, it's not very good.
Can you talk in Spanish? Talk
Yeah,
in Spanish.
I can talk in Spanish. Yo trabajo aquí 4 años en el Bohemian Club y pues yo, mis compañeros y todos estamos aquí peleando por los derechos de nosotros en salario, salud, beneficios y pues gracias por ustedes también apoyarnos en all the hotels, member local too. I think everybody are here supporting us.
My name is Antonio Faundes. I work here for the Bohemian Club for 14 years already.
And what kind of work do you do?
I'm a waiter, yeah, food service. I do bartender too. Yeah.
So the union has been negotiating here a long time, 8 years. Is that?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah. We don't have a contract for 8 years already. Yeah. The
How
last
could that be?
contract expired in 2010, and now it's 2018, and we don't have no contract.
And many of the people in this club are billionaires. They own.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
You're trying to survive here.
I know. Yeah, but it's very hard. You know, we think well next year, but never happen. But now, that is the reason we are here outside now.
Yeah. You think it's going to have an effect on them?
I think, yeah, I believe do. Yeah. I saw a lot of members yesterday. They know me for many years.
You take care of them.
Yeah, and they say, Antonio, everything going to be all right. I hope. Yeah. The members, they are nice. I think the management is a little tough. Yeah. But the members, they are very nice.
And they have to tell the management, you have to treat your workers with respect.
Why you wait to this happen? That's what I believe.
And do you have to commute to your job here? Do you live in San Francisco?
Yeah, I live in San Francisco.
You're one of the lucky ones.
Yeah, I'm the lucky one. Yeah, very
Many
good.
of your other members can't afford to live in San Francisco.
I know, yeah. Oh, they have huge houses everywhere. But yeah, we live here. I rent here in San Francisco. And 8 or 9 years ago, I paid $1,800. Now I pay $3,300 for the same rent. And I have only the same money to make. I pay with my son, with my wife, and everything. I can do it by myself.
So that's survival. You have to have your whole family for $3,300.
I know, yeah.
It's terrible.
That's the truth, yeah. Well said.
Okay.
Danica.
And what brings you to the picket line here today?
I work for the Marriott Marquis, and the Bohemian Club has always kind of had an affiliation with workers in the industry as far as helping out food service. So I'm here to support.
And apparently there are billionaires in this club.
They are the most elite of the elite, but they are looking down on everybody else right now. So it's good to bring attention to the fact that their few workers don't have any rights.
And surviving in San Francisco for a working person?
It's almost impossible. Very difficult. You have to be very lucky, and you have to be very frugal. Yeah.
So is there a lot of solidarity among workers here and other workers in the industry?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. The Marriott union in 2004, the Olympic Club is here. They're a small club as well, and they are union. The Hilton's here. We've got people from all different aspects of the city trying to show support and keep us strong.
And your contract is coming up this year?
It is in August, yes. So we're all a little worried that things might change, or they might try to change things.
They're making so much money here in San Francisco.
They're making billions. Yeah, I know. So that's how it is. It's the more you can make, the more you can take, and so we're just trying to survive.
I say, I say,